Hi everyone and welcome back. So we're going to start Unit 2. This is going to be our algebra unit and we're going to take a look today at Unit 2.1 Variables and Expressions, and this can be found on page 13 in your textbook. Go ahead and write today's date in for me. And let's take a look at our two objectives for today. So the first thing we're going to do is translate verbal phrases into algebraic expressions. Translate verbal phrases into algebraic expressions. The next thing we're going to do is evaluate expressions containing variables. Evaluate expressions containing variables. Okay, so we're going to translate verbal phrases into algebraic expressions, and we're going to evaluate expressions containing variables. All right, let's take a look at number 1 here. All right, it says translate each phrase into an algebraic expression. Part A, $3 more than the cost of a sandwich. All right, so what I like to do is translate everything exactly how you see it first, and then come back and figure out what order it actually needs to be in. Okay, so $3 means 3. More than, in this case, means add. Okay, and then than is actually a special word. Okay, than actually means to switch the order around. And then the cost in this case would be C. All right, so let's make a little note here. Than means switch. Okay, that's the one that everyone tends to forget. All right, so try to remember that as much as you can. All right, the word than means to switch the order around. All right, so instead of 3 plus C, we're supposed to switch the order around, so this is just C plus 3. Okay, let's take a look at letter B. It says Mary had $2 and made $6 an hour babysitting. All right. Well, she had $2 and, which would be plus, she made $6 per hour. So 6 and then times the number of hours, so it'd be 6H. And then we write that out. You can have it that way, or traditionally we write with the variable first, so you can do it this way too. That one, it doesn't matter which way you go. All right, go ahead and pause it and try the got it questions by yourselves and come back to me as soon as you're ready. All right, let's take a look here. We have 2 miles less than the athlete ran. All right, so for this one, we have 2. Less means minus. Than means to switch the order around. And then in this case, the athlete ran. So that would be distance, or you can be use R, okay, or ran. It doesn't matter which variable you use. All right, just pick anything. All right, so it's supposed to be 2 minus, flip it around, and then R. So it should be R minus 2. So he ran minus 2. Okay, let's take a look at 1B. 5 points more than the points scored by field goals if each field goal is worth 3 points. Okay, so 5 is going to mean 5. More means add. Switch for than. Okay. Then it's the field goals were 3 points each. So 3 and the number of field goals, so 3F. All right, so we need to switch it around. So it's actually 3F plus 5. All right, let's take a look at example 2. evaluate d plus 5 minus f if d equals 16 and f equals 18. So for this one, we're going to have 16 plus 5 minus 18. All right, so let's remember we got to follow PEMDAS, order of operations. Okay, so we have 16 plus 5, that's going to give us 21, and minus 18, so 21 minus 18 would give us 3. There's our answer for that one. All right, go ahead and try 2A and 2B by yourselves and come back to me as soon as you're ready. And let's take a look. So we have to evaluate 6 minus e plus f if e equals 3 and f equals 9. So it's going to be 6 minus 3 plus, and then f, so that's 9. All right, so this time we're actually going to subtract first because remember with addition and subtraction, it's whichever occurs first from left to right. Okay, it's not always adding first, it's not always subtracting second. Okay, it just depends whichever one comes first. So we're going to do 6 minus 3, which is going to be 3, and then plus 9, and that's going to give us 12. All right, we got 2b. Evaluate 7k plus h if k equals 4 and h equals 10. So in this case, it's multiply, so it's going to be 7 times 4 plus 10. Okay, remember we multiply and divide first, and then we add and subtract, so we're actually going to have 28 plus 10, and that's going to give us 38. There's our answer for that one. Let me go ahead and circle this one over here. All right, so hopefully that's not too bad for you. That's just kind of basic review from years past. Okay, maybe a little bit more complicated numbers, but for the most part, you probably remember most of this. Okay, let's go ahead and turn the page. And let's take a look at example 3. It says evaluate each expression if r equals 1, s equals 5, and t equals 8. So we're going to have 6s. Remember, this means times. Okay, so this means 6 times 5 plus 2t, so 2 times 8. All right, so we have 6 times 5, that's going to give us 30, plus, and then we have 2 times 8, which is 16. Okay, remember, you got to do order of operations still. Okay, let's put those back up here. And then we have to do 30 plus 16, which gives us 46. All right, letter B says st over 20. So st means s times t. So we're going to do 5 times 8 over 20. We know 5 times 8 is 40. So 40 divided by 20 gives us 2. All right, letter C, we have r plus the quantity of 40 minus rt. So we have r, which is 1, plus, and then we have 40 minus, and then 3t, so 3 times 8. Okay, remember when we do PEMDAS, P stands for parentheses. So everything in the parentheses has to be done first. So when you get inside the parentheses, you got to start back over. Well, we don't have any parentheses again. We don't have any more exponents or anything like that. We do have multiplication and division. So we actually do that first. So we're going to do 1 plus, and then 40 minus, and then 3 times 8, which is 24. All right, we still have parentheses, so we got to do those first. So we're going to do 40 minus 24 first, which will give us 16. And then from there, we have 17. That's our answer. All right, go ahead and pause it and try the got it questions. We've got 3A, B, and C down there at the bottom. Okay, take your time with them and come back to me just as soon as you're ready. And let's take a look. So we have 3A plus 2C. Our A this time is 4, so that's 3 times 4, plus 2C, so that's 2 times 12. That's going to be 12 here, plus 24, and that's going to make 36. All right, we got 3B. So we got AB, so we got 4 times 8 over 16. 4 times 8 is 32 over 16, so 32 over 16 is just 2. Okay, 3C, we have C plus 5B minus 2A. So we have C, which is 12, plus, and then we have the quantity of 5B, so 5 times 8, minus 2 times A, so 2 times 4. All right, we got to do parentheses first. Inside the parentheses, we have double multiplication, so we're going to do both of those first. So we're going to do 5 times 8, which is 40, minus 2 times 4, which is 8. And then we still have 40 minus 8 to do first. So that's going to give us 32. And then we add those together and we get 44. All right. Oops. Example 4. A company rents a houseboat for $200 plus an extra $30 per day. Part A, write an expression that can be used to find the total cost to rent a houseboat. All right, so it's going to cost $200 plus an extra $30 a day. So we'll have $200 for the initial fee plus, and then $30 for every single day that they're on it. So each day would be 30D. Okay, you could also switch it around. You could do 30D plus 200. That would be acceptable as well. All right, part B. Suppose that the Gregorin family wants to rent a houseboat for 6 days. What will be the total cost? So we're going to let D equal 6. All right, it's called defining the variable. So D is supposed to be 6, so let's plug that in. So it's going to cost them $200 plus 30 times each day, and they're staying for 6 days. So we're going to times that by 6. All right, so we have 30 times 6, which is going to be 180, so that'll be 200 plus 180. And then we add that together, and that's going to make 380. In this case, we have dollars. Okay, so don't forget to label there. All right, let's take a look at number 4. Okay, go ahead and pause it and try this one on your own and come back to me just as soon as you're ready. And let's take a look. So we have, at a garage sale, each DVD was marked at $5 and each CD was marked at $3. Write an expression to find the total cost to buy some DVDs and CDs. Then find the cost for buying 4 DVDs and 7 CDs. So it's just like the last one. There's a part A and there's a part B. So the first thing I want us to do is just to write out how much it's going to cost. So DVDs are $5 each. So that will be 5 times the number of DVDs plus, and then it's $3 for every CD. So 3 times C. Okay, so that's the first answer. So actually we can circle that. That's actually the first answer. Then they want us to actually solve this. Well, we're supposed to be buying 4 DVDs. So we're going to do 5 times, and we're buying 4 of them, so times 4, plus 3, and they're buying 7 CDs. I don't know why you would buy 7 CDs, but whatever. Just go to iTunes and download it, and you got it, but whatever. Okay, so we have 5 times 4, and that would give us 20, plus 3 times 7, and that would be 21. Okay, and then we're going to put those together And altogether, they spent $41 on outdated technology. Anyway, maybe it's old people. Who knows? All right, so 41 bucks altogether then. All right, that is it for this lesson. Thanks so much for watching. Give me a like and subscribe if you haven't already done so, and I'll see you next time.